back to another video. Today we are talking about the death of new gen anime. Now, I'm saying the death of modern gen for real. Like, that's my generation: Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, basically Boruto, My Hero, Black Clover, a little bit of Fairy Tail, One Punch Man, Seven Deadly Sins, and so much more that came out of the 2010s. You know, as you know, in the previous video, I was able to give respect, love, and appreciation for 2010s and what my childhood shows was able to do for the community. Come on. But either way, let's be for real about the 2010s. At least anime wise. Though we had great shows, we're getting disastrous endings. And that's what's going to kill this generation of shows. Not the next newer generation of shows, not the 2020 shows like Solo Leveling, you know, Kaifu number 8, God of Tower, High School of God, you know, God of High School. All these shows that are coming out in the 2020s, that are being pushed for the 2020s. And I'll even say Jujutsu Kaisen is more of a 2020 show, as this is when it's really hitting its prime. I'm saying that we're going to about 10-20 years of after we fully succeed from the 2010s, you know, and I'm basically almost 30. Crazy, right? That we're gonna say that these anime were good, but you have to watch and stop before you watch the end, because it's not fulfilling. Like, you could go back, and many people call the 90s the golden era of anime, as a lot of that stuff was 2D animated, so a lot of that stuff looked like art. A lot of that stuff proceedingly has great animation for its time and is wonderful and beautiful. For example, old Disney and new Disney. New Disney is like 3D animated, but if you go back and watch old Disney, you feel what it was trying to do, the stories it was trying to tell, and how it's supposed to make you feel, even through the animation itself. With the 2D hand drawn, of course, that's what makes it more expensive, and now the 3D animation, though less expensive, just makes everyone look the same at the end of the day. Even with the even when they put extra budget, like Demon Slayer is cool, but the story is generic. Anyway, either way, with the 2010s, I mean, it's not having fulfilling ends for any new gen. The only new gen anime that has any shot of ending correctly is Black Clover, only because Black Clover has set the dominoes up to be knocked down, and the writing's good. It's just on Tabata's release window and how he feels, and you know you're not gonna want to kill yourself over a manga, you know. But Black Clover may be the Hunter x Hunter of this generation, which sucks, where we won't get an ending to the show at all. While as Fire Force, Dr. Stone, all these shows, all these mangas ended, right? And these shows also came out during my generation, right? And now these season 3s, season 4s of these shows are coming out mid 2020s. Fire Force should have been done in like I would say 2022, 2023, if it followed on the schedule. But of course, that Rona was messed up a lot of production, a lot of scheduling, and a lot of projects that was being pushed to the back because of it, of course. So I gotta take that into account. But man, it's really not giving you any satisfying ending. Attack on Titan, the only show in the 2010s, was able to give you a satisfying ending. And of course, you can't make everyone happy, so everyone's going to complain about something. The Attack on Titan felt rushed. The Attack on Titan, you know, manga ending felt it was unconcluded. There was so much more to tell. There was so much undiscoverable mystery. How we feel about Jujutsu Kaisen, but Jujutsu Kaisen for real is ending too early. My Hero was not fulfilling for a shonen kind of anime to invest all your time, energy to see Deku grow, move, and for him to be relegated to that, crazy. Black Clover has potential, but I really think it will be the Hunter x Hunter of this generation. Like, it'll end maybe, I say 2026. If he really releases the chapters like One Punch Man releases his chapters like years apart, it's crazy work. I ain't gonna lie. Well, that And then you got Fire Force and Dr. Stone, which was released, I think, around 2016, 2015. Good shows. Fire Force gets stuck in that Demon Slayer thing, just with the bad, it's like less good animation of it being generic, which it is. It is generic, regular shonen. And then Fire Force downfall is Tamaki, which her power is, I've talked about it before, which is her power being fan service, and that really brought a lot of people out of the show, being like, that's unnecessary, dog. Look, we get the jokes, we get the humor behind it. That's just unnecessary, especially the people that was watching the show. Dr. Stone, people got bored with it, with the science, and now it's just years apart. There was supposed to be a Dr. Stone movie. I don't know if that came out, but Dr. Stone has, I would say, a satisfying end from what I've heard. Fire Force has a satisfying end from what I've heard. So we've gone like 2 for 10 with satisfying ends, and that's what's killing new gen. We're wrapping up the shows too soon. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece ran for about 10 years. And if you want to talk about the gems of the 2000s, Hitman Reborn, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, Code Geass, all these shows that were shortened seasons, you know, but Kame got killed. Those shows were fire. Ending cool, concluded. But then we go to the 2010s, and now we have these high expectations because of the 2000s. And now all the creators, well, at least all the manga creators, and they obviously want to tell their story, you know. As critical as it is, all we could do is really talk about it, of what we like and what we don't like. But unfortunately, we're not the one making the story and what decisions we make. But man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer ending, even the Demon Slayer ending, I'm not gonna really talk about it, is wonky at best because it's not really that good for as an ending. But I get it, make everyone happy. When we eventually get to see the Fire Force, Dr. Stone, Black Clover, My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen ending in animated form, they're all going to be trash. I'm not lying to you. They're going to trash the 2010s anime like crazy, because Dr. Stone and Fire Force will be grouped into that, even though it will finish well into the 2020s. Fire Force and Dr. Stone will probably finish around 2028, like manga material, everything adapted 2028, which is crazy to think about for a show that came out when I was in 9th grade. My God. Right? But we gotta show love and appreciation. But that was the death and the downfall of this generation anime. Wrapping up the story so soon, and then giving us rushed endings. And then, as fun as it is, we're gonna be, you know, as growing up in this generation, we're gonna say you could watch it, it's good, until you get to the end, and that's what sucks, you know. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.